Okay guys, here we have it. The ATOMSPEED scoops are back in stock. So we're going to show you obviously how they come, how to fit them, what needs doing, etc. So obviously standard scoop we've undone, that's ready to come out, and this is the new one that we're not going to be fitting, but it's for showing you. So obviously that's how they come now. You can see there the quality is loads better. So we've had a new guy make these, he's remanufactured the mould and everything, so obviously it's, you can see there the cuts are a load better on the back there, they're nice and straight as you can see. Obviously it's bare fiberglass underneath, so they come primed like this. They are a nice thick primer as well, so obviously we're just thinking flattening down any imperfections you just need to rub out obviously, and then get it painted in the colour of your choice. So we'll go ahead now, we'll show you how to remove this one and to fit the new one. We have had one painted up obviously for our car, for our own car, so you'll see that finished in a minute, but basically that is what you're going to receive. So guys, we'll show you how to remove this one first. We've taken all the bolts off. So obviously underneath there is your shroud with some clips, and then obviously your 4 bolts for your scoop. So we'll just bring that back down, pull that out. Just clip on the top there, there's a little clip there, so you have to pull it forward, and then obviously your 4 locating bolts. So obviously we've been in before with this one. This is the one that we've had painted in grey to match the car. So obviously before we painted it, we obviously test fitted it. Boom, like this. Made sure everything was right. Now obviously on these holes here, they're a very, very fine fitment. So what we've done is we've elongated them all, so it just gives us that little bit of adjustment here and there. Now on the old scoop, what was happening is they were cracking around the edge, purely because this part of the scoop is really strong, and the base plate there, which is just a flat panel, was being pulled away from the other one. What the manufacturers advised is to put 2 nylon washers at the back here to stop the vibration on the back, and it just gives it that little bit of give there. So obviously the front ones just bolt in as normal. So we'll go ahead, get that slotted in, start bolting it up, etc., and show you the finished product. So you'll get a fitting kit with the scoop. So there's 2 nylon washers which are going to go on the back there. Obviously 4 washers and 4 bolts for the, don't drop them, 4 bolts for underneath. So we'll go ahead with that. We'll put these in place. Obviously you've got to hold these. These are going to go on top of here, like I say, because that just takes away that little bit of vibration. So we'll get that fitted now and we'll go on. Okay guys, so like I said before, you've got 2 bolts at the front and 2 at the back, which the shroud goes onto as well. So what I'm going to do is start by the front 2. So obviously you can see there on this cutout, the thread is really close to that. So obviously if you bring this down and you can't get the bolt on, lift it up X amount there, put your bolt on. As you can see, it's clear once it's like that. And then obviously once you're back in, you can take your 8mm, which we have here, and just start to tighten that up. So don't go mental on these, they are only fiberglassed into the scoop, they're not there. So once that's down, you can see, like that. Just tighten the other one. And there we go. So obviously the front's now in, as you can see there. So we'll go and get the shroud. We'll put that on and then we can finish the back portion then. Okay guys, so we've got the shroud back here. So obviously you can see on these clips they'll slide. So they're the ones that go into the top, and then obviously it just screws into it at the bottom. So obviously it's going to go back on like this. So in fact, let's see, it's not, it's like that. So obviously that's going to seal on your intercooler, so everything that comes in from the front is going to go onto the intercooler. So as I said there, the sliders on there, so once you've got that up and onto there, so what you want to do, you need to bring it down. There's 2 little things there, slide that right up to the scoop, so obviously it's getting a good fitment there. Once you've got that in, We're going to screw these two in here first of all, just to hold it in place. And get the screws. So we'll just put them in like that to start with. So obviously once they're in like that, it gives you that manoeuvrability to just slide it up and down. So obviously we'll set the two 10mm bolts on. Sorry, 8mm bolts. So we'll just get these on. They are a little bit low under there, so they're not too bad. So we'll just start those. We won't tighten them up as of yet. And then just back it off enough, just to give this enough so it'll slide up. So there's one on. Back it off. So obviously once it's all like that and you've got your hands free, so you're going to get this, put your 8mm on there, and you're going to make sure that shroud there is pulled right up to the front. So obviously this bit here locks in, and once you've got all that down, you can then tighten them up. Like I say, don't go mad on these. Once you've felt it tight, that is it. It's not going to go anywhere. You got to put a little bit of pressure on the top while you're doing it, and then we'll just nip that up again, not over tight. And we'll come back to the front ones, double check those, and then just finally a little Torx drive it and just tighten up the back ones. And there we go, that's it. So obviously now everything that comes in here seals to the intercooler around there, so any air going in is going direct onto that. Now people mentioned to us, I'll just get this back down there. So the difference, as you can see, this hole hasn't changed, still goes onto the direct intercooler. So that hole in there, this hole hasn't changed at all. But as you can see, the grab area of that isn't raised at all. This doubles it in size, so you can see from that angle. Let's get that set up, there we go. So you can see from there, the difference at the amount of air that the car's going to grab is almost doubled. More air, more horsepower, simple as that. The cooler you can make it, obviously for track days and stuff like that. The thing these suffer with is heat soak on the intercooler, so obviously people do upgrade the intercoolers, etc., which helps a lot. This helps again, so obviously every time you're adding more air in, more horsepower out. So there you go guys, take a look on the website. You can get these on www.KillAllChrome.co.uk. We've got a few in stock at the moment. The guy's getting really good at cracking these out of the moulds now, so obviously there'll be more to come. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Any questions, ask away.
Remember myself for that job.